Hey guys, welcome back, and today there's a really great video I have here for you. And what I'm really going for with this video is that it'll help to answer any questions you guys may have about what do I do now that I upgraded my town hall, or even what do you need to do to prep for upgrading your town hall. So yeah, let's get started. And before we do, I just want to mention, if you guys find anything in this video somewhat helpful or useful, be sure to go and punch that subscribe button. I really appreciate your guys' support. So yeah, let's get started. So, tip number 1 on the list is don't ever rush your base. That's right, don't ever. I know you see a lot of people that like to rush their bases, but let me tell you something. It does nothing except hinder your progress in the game. Many reasons of why that is for one, when you upgrade your town hall, you receive less loot for any town hall that is less than the level of your own. So if you go and rush to Town Hall 11, you're going to have way less loot for any Town Hall that is below yours. And keep in mind, it gets considerably less and less the bigger the difference between Town Hall levels there is. The other thing is that it basically gives you so much to do at one time that it takes forever for you to actually catch up. And I know personally, if I were to have ever done that, I would have felt so overwhelmed and I probably would have just given up on the game. It's not as fun or enjoyable when you don't take it step by step. That is just a couple of the reasons why it is a horrible idea to rush your base. So when I say rush, basically your defenses should be maxed. And walls should be no less than a level below max. And the reason why I say that is because I know walls are really hard to upgrade. You know, you do too. You go through it. Walls are just a pain in the butt at almost every level, especially high levels. And yes, you definitely want to keep them as upgraded as you possibly can, but as you can see in my base, I skipped upgrading some of them to level 10, and that personally I don't feel is an issue, but some people might disagree. So it's important to decide whether that is important or not to you, whether or not you completely max your walls. Time for tip number 2, which is prepare for your town hall upgrade finishing 1 to 2 days in advance. And you do this by almost completely filling your storage capacity with both gold elixir and dark elixir if you can. Now, the reason why this is a great tip is because a lot of people think that you should do it long in advance, but unless you don't have a lot of time to do it in just a day or two, then you should just get it done the day or two before the upgrade finishes. That way, you're minimizing how much loot people are taking from you during the town hall's upgrade. And you're ensuring that you have enough gold and elixir for when the town hall does finish, and it gives you enough time to actually fill the storages almost completely. And keep in mind, they don't have to be completely filled, but it kind of does depend on what town hall you're going to. Tip number 3. What I like to do when I have upgraded my builder hall, I like to build all of the new buildings that came with the new town hall level. So for example, the archer tower, the cannon, the bombs, the giant bombs, the spring traps, anything that is cheap and quick, I love to do first. And then once I have those things done, I'll put in things like X-bows, inferno towers, or once I get there, eagle artillery. So I try to do the quick/cheap upgrades first, and that includes walls too. I always like to just get all my level 1 walls down, that way I have them, and then upgrade them over time. And this includes getting new heroes as well. Make sure you guys get those as soon as you can. Those are huge. Even when they don't have their abilities yet, they greatly affect your attack capabilities. And so if you've ever been wondering what you should build first once you've gotten a new town hall level, that is exactly what you should do. And it's exactly what I do, and it works very well. Tip number 4. Upgrade important buildings like the clan castle, the laboratory, spell factory and dark spell factory, and also the army camps. I know those ones are a pain too, but those are very important as well. Now, the reason why you would upgrade all of these buildings is because they're kind of the fundamental buildings for your base. Yeah, there's things like X-Bows, Inferno Towers, Eagle Artillery. Those things are all iconic for being awesome defenses. But these buildings will actually help you, if you upgrade them, to advance faster in upgrading the rest of the buildings. So what I mean by this is, for example, the clan castle. Now, it might not be such a huge deal for you to upgrade this if you don't request clan castle troops a lot. But if you do, this will be a huge building for you to upgrade. It usually adds an extra 5 troops and sometimes even an extra spell capacity, which that is huge. And not to mention, it looks great. And then for the laboratory, that allows you to get your new troop upgrades, obviously. And so you're kind of hindered from upgrading your attack strength until you can actually upgrade your laboratory and then be able to access new troop levels. And for the spell factory and dark spell factory, same thing. When you get these upgraded, it increases your attack strength so much. The dark spell factory, personally, I think becomes useless after level 3, but some people do like skeleton spells. So if you are one of them, definitely get that to level 4. Then the spell factory, that every level is excellent. Even if you don't use clone spells, you need that extra 2 spell storage. That is huge. That greatly increases your attack strength. You can add another heal, another rage, something that will totally improve your attack when you desperately need it, being a new Town Hall 10, getting paired up against Town Hall 10s that are well developed. And same thing for the army camps. Army camps, even though they are painstakingly expensive and slow to upgrade, they are a huge part of your attack. And if you are not upgrading those early on in your Town Hall, then you're really missing out. Okay, tip number 5. Improving your attack. So when I say improving your attack for the 5th tip, I'm talking about get some power potions and go and attack for an hour and use that. And you can have max troops for an hour. Of course, that is to your laboratory level. So say I have a laboratory level 8, I can have level 7 barbs, archers, giants, goblins, etc. So you can only get the max level within your laboratory level. Another great reason why it's important to upgrade your laboratory early on. And another thing is making sure that you request clan castle troops. Now, if you need them, this is a great tip. I personally don't request troops for attack very often at all. But if you are really struggling to fight against these really tough town halls that you're going against when you're a brand new town hall, it can be really helpful for you to have clan castle troops and a power potion combined. You'll destroy people. And those are some huge tips to be able to get over the hump that is a new town hall level. Because say you become a new town hall 7, you're going against, and you have not gotten your barbarian king yet. You haven't gotten your rage spells yet. You haven't gotten new troops. You have to really struggle to actually fight against other Town Hall 7s that do have all those things, that are sometimes well developed and even max Town Hall 7 bases, and then you'll find Town Hall 8s as well. It's actually quite rare for you to find a Town Hall that's one lower than you, or even 2. And usually the loot payout isn't worth it enough. So that is so crucial when you're upgrading to a new Town Hall level. It's so crucial to be able to take on those well-developed bases. And so those are 2 great things to help you overcome those crazy, insane bases. Now, for the 6th tip, and this can be taken somewhat lightly depending on what your opinion is on it, but I like to max my traps and most of my walls at the very end of everything. Now, when I say that, what I mean is I like to upgrade all my other defenses, my other buildings, before upgrading the traps and the walls. Now, if I have 4 out of 5 builders used up, and I have a spare builder, have a lot of gold and elixir, then I might upgrade a wall or 2 every now and then. But typically, I don't upgrade that many walls when I'm upgrading other defenses. I kind of just upgrade all of them at the end. And I kind of do that with heroes too, But that might not be the best plan to do that with your heroes. You kind of want to keep those up along with all your other buildings and defenses, kind of keep them going at the same time. And so you can kind of alter that rule to whatever fits your needs or what your opinion is on that. But that's personally what I like to do. And it seems that I get more important things done than just upgrading a giant bomb to level 4. Okay, well, those are my town hall tips. And before we close the video, I'd like to give a shout out to Genome3 and Dajo. Genome I met on the global server and we were talking for a little bit. And Dajo actually told me about this new screen recorder that I'm using right now that actually doesn't have any watermarks. So, and also seems to do a much better job on the video quality. So thank you for that, Dajo. And I hope I'm pronouncing both of your names correctly. But yeah, thanks guys. Okay guys, well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new from it as well. And be sure to click the link below to head to my Patreon account. I'd appreciate a donation to support the channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.